Hi everyone, Christine here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to all my new subscribers. I have another design team project for my creative time, and let me share with you all the products that I've used. I used the stitched gift card holder die, and this will be back in stock next month. I used the small and medium ginger faces, and I used this one here. I use the ginger boy and girl dies. Now, if you're new to my creative time and Emma's Gingers, you can assemble this the old school way, which is cutting this in craft and then cutting this part in white to get the frosting. And then you can paper piece the eyes, mouth, and cheeks. And the other way of doing it, and Melissa Carroll has a tutorial on how to do this, you would cut this out in white and this in craft, and then throw out the frosting piece and stamp onto this piece, and then add this onto the backing. And this is the way I've been doing it lately. I love this way. So thank you, Melissa. And I'll leave Melissa's tutorial down below. And also, if you're new to my channel, the way I frost my gingers is I use SnowTex and my scruffy brush. This is a plaid one-stroke Donna Dewberry scruffy brush. This is 3/4 inch. They do sell a 1/2 inch, but I prefer the 3/4 of an inch. And if your SnowTex is a little too dry, let's see, you're like down to the bottom, you can add a tiny bit of gesso to moisten it, but make sure it's not too wet, because it needs to be sort of dry to apply the snow, if you will. Okay, and so I also use the Ginger Antler stamps and dies, and it comes with a stamp set. And I also use the A2 Fancy frame dies and frame layers, and my favorite, the Eyelet Doily dies. I use the Ginger Boy and Girl Christmas add-ons. I use the tiny little circles for the nose. And then I use the Peppermint candy dies. I use the smallest one here. And the stamp set I use is one of my favorites. It's called Sweet Holiday Wishes. And I used Wishing You a Merry Little Christmas. And here's my gift card holder. Isn't that super cute? I love how it turned out. And so I also frosted my envelope just on the front, and then also on this layer here, you know, with my SnowTex. And I have my doilies on the bottom, and here are the peppermint candies, and I added little peppermints on them. And here's my ginger, which I've also frosted and popped up on foam. And I added glossy accents to the face and some peppermints for the cheeks. And here's that little nose from the Christmas add-ons. And then I added little hearts, and that's also part of the Ginger Boy and Girl die. And then how I got the little hooves is I cut out the base piece and just use my ink to darken it, and then I just chopped a little bit. I didn't even measure, I just eyeballed it and then glued it to the bottom so it looks like hooves. And I have a little candy cane. I got that from Michael's a couple years ago. And here's my little antlers from the Ginger Antler die. And then and these light bulbs also came with it, and I cut off the star, and then I added another light bulb here. And here's my Wishing You a Merry Little Christmas that I popped up. And it opens up like this. It's self-sealing, which I love. So you don't need Velcro to close it. But isn't that super cute? And I think that's it. And I'm going to leave all the links down below to the products that I've used. And don't forget to check out all of my design team sisters for inspiration. And don't forget to use any of our coupon codes for 10% off. We are having a release next week, Thursday, I believe it's the 17th. So if you want to wait until release day to use our coupons, it'll be 15% off. Or if you want to go ahead and use it now, it's 10% off. And I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. And I thank you all so much for watching. Bye for now.